But you're going to get one body and one mind. And that's all you're going to get.
We make stupid short-term decisions and we don't have perspective to think about the long term.
Because if you're not healthy, you will never be happy.
Rise and shine, it's Espresso time. What's up, Believe Nation? It's Evan. I believe in you, and this channel is designed to be a part of your daily success routine. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message. Take care of your body and mind. Over to you, Warren Buffett. Also, if you want to know what Warren Buffett and other successful entrepreneurs have to say about unstoppable confidence, check out my 254 series where every day for the next 254 days, I will send you a morning video for free to help you build your confidence. The link to join is in the description below.
It's important to associate with people that are better than yourself.
I wake up every morning. Espresso keep me going. I wake up every morning.
70 years ago, I was in high school, almost a third as long as the country has been around. And when I was in high school, I really only had two things on my mind: girls and cars. and I wasn't doing very well with girls, so we'll talk about cars. But let's just imagine that when we finish, I'm going to let each one of you pick out the car of your choice. Sounds good, doesn't it? Pick it out, any color, you name it. It'll be tied up with a bow, and it'll be at your house tomorrow. And you say, well, what's the catch? And the catch is that it's the only car you're going to get in your lifetime. Now, what are you going to do knowing that that's the only car you're ever going to have and you love that car? You're going to take care of it like you cannot believe. Now, what I'd like to suggest, you're not going to get only one car in your lifetime, but you're going to get one body and one mind. And that's all you're going to get. And that body and mind feels terrific now, but it has to last you a lifetime.
People lack perspective, and so they make stupid short-term decisions. You see it in health. We'd rather eat the Doritos or those Junior Mints, Doritos, because it gives us that short-term burst. Meanwhile, it's sacrificing our long-term health. You see it in entrepreneurship all the time, where people are constantly jumping from one opportunity to the next, just trying to make money, just trying to pay off some bills and having 18 different side hustles, meanwhile never actually building anything of substance. We make stupid short-term decisions and we don't have perspective to think about the long-term. I had a woman come out on my tour who she's trying to build this charity and she's trying to build this amazing business for herself, but meanwhile she's got 8 different side hustles, from ice cream trucks to a whole bunch of different side, and none of them are working. Like, they're working just enough to pay a little bit of money, and so you stick with it because it gives you that little tiny taste. Meanwhile, you're not building anything towards the long term. It's why people can't get out of their cell phones and can't get off of their emails. I used to pride myself as being the guy who would answer an email within a minute and a half, right? Like, quick, boom. You send me an email, you're getting a response ASAP, right away. That's good customer service, right? And then people would respond back and say, wow, you're so fast on email, and that fed the dopamine, right? Like, I'm getting these little quick hits. But what happened? Nothing got done on my big projects. Nothing got done on my big projects because I constantly was being distracted and handling these little tiny balls instead of working towards the big ones. You can't be a master at both at the same time. You have to decide. I'm either going to go for the big things in life, my big goals, my big mission, my big vision, or I'm going to go for the little small ones constantly. And if you go for the big ones, it means you're going to have to give up some of the small ones. Some small things are going to get through the cracks. That's okay. But if you're only focused on the small things, you will never hit your big goals, period. So I think it's an issue of perspective. We forget about the long term. We forget about the long run because it's so far away. Because you don't want to think about the rest of your life. You think about what's happening right now. You're tired now. You're hungry now. You need money right now. You think about the now and you lose perspective over where you're going. And so you make stupid short-term decisions. So I'm going to give you a 3-step process that I think will help you shift you, realign you, that you have to do on a regular basis so that you don't make those stupid decisions. Number 1 is regularly shift your perspective. Remind yourself of what you're trying to accomplish. Remind yourself of your goals. Remind yourself of your mission. If it's a health one, remind yourself that you want to live to be however many years old. You want to live to see your great-great-grandkids grow up. You want to live to enjoy the beautiful, amazing world that we have here. You want to live a long life. For your business, you want to create something amazing. You want to change the way something's done in the world. And yes, the very real thing that you have coming up, that bill you have to pay, that's real. But don't be stupid. Remember where you have to go, right? Remind yourself of the mission that you're on. So you have to regularly shift your perspective, regularly remind yourself, because it's so great and easy to sit down and watch a Netflix series and just binge all day and take that Saturday off or that Friday off or that Thursday night off or whatever it is, but you're sacrificing your long-term goals. And you can shift your perspective and say, am I proud of myself? And sometimes it's yes, and sometimes it means you should binge and you should relax and you should wind down. You need that time for yourself because you're proud of the reason why. But too often you're not proud of yourself. The version of you in 20 years looking back was not proud of you right now. And so make that person proud. Shift your perspective. Remind yourself of it every single day. Step number 2 is schedule for success. Create a schedule. Create a schedule that maps to your ambitions. Your actions have to map to your ambitions. And so success is habits. Success is not about hitting a certain goal, hitting a certain number of dollars in your bank account or number of subscribers on YouTube. It's about your habits. And so look at your week. Look at the week that's coming up ahead in your calendar. Look at the week and put in everything, your business as well as your personal. If you're just scheduling your business goals, they're going to bleed into your entire life and you won't have any personal ones left. There's no time for your personal life anymore. There's no time for your relationships. And we have different balances. You need to have some of that in your life. So schedule your entire ideal life. Schedule your life. The entire day, the entire evening, weekends, how are you spending your time? Chunks of time. And then ask yourself, step above it and look at your calendar and say, if I did these things, these habits, these specific habits every week, if I did those things, would I be moving closer to my goals? Would I be happy? And if yes, then great, go do it. And if no, then adjust it. Because if you have these long-term goals for yourself, whether it's the mindset, whether it's your body, whether it's your business growth, relationship goals, whatever they are, you have long-term goals for yourself. You want to be somewhere. Amazing. Show me in your calendar when you're spending time on those things. If they're not in your calendar, you will never get there. If you want to be healthy, but you have no working out time in your calendar, you'll never get there. If you want to be a CEO of a big business, but you have no CEO time in your calendar, you'll never get there. If you want to have a great relationship with your husband, wife, but you don't have any time in your calendar blocked off, put fences around it. The fences, right? Like nobody touches this time. For Nina and I, it's Saturday. Every Saturday, I'll take her out to a new food place because she loves food. We'll go exploring or hiking, a street festival, shopping, something that she likes doing. And I plan the surprise for the whole day. And we don't let other tasks get in the way. We don't let business get in the way. We don't let cleaning up the apartment or taking out the trash or going to Costco get in the way. You have to put barriers and boundaries around the time because otherwise all these little tasks will seep in. And if you're the kind of person who at the end of a week, you look back on your calendar and say, man, I'm really busy this week, but I feel like I got nothing done. You're not scheduling for success. You're allowing all the little things in life that will pop up to destroy your entire calendar and you're not getting any of your big long-term stuff done. So schedule for success. Plot it every day. Plot it from Sunday to Sunday. What are you doing? And then step above and look, if I did these things, would I be successful? And step number 3 is have people hold you accountable. Have people in your life, friends, family, coworkers, people around you who hold you accountable, who catch you when you're playing small, who catch you when you're cheating yourself, who catch you, who help keep you in that mode of perspective. I think people play small by default. I think we do. I think humans, we play small by default. We're wired to play small and we're conditioned to play small. And so if you have something that you really want to go off and do, you have a long-term ambition, a goal, you want to take care of yourself, you want to invest in yourself, have somebody hold you accountable, who catches you. When you say, I want to be spending 3 nights a week working on my business, working on my side hustle because I have a full-time job, then is your spouse, your partner, your friend holding you accountable? Did you work those 3 nights a week? Have somebody hold you accountable because you will let yourself down all day long, but you won't want to let others down. And so create an accountability system with somebody close to you who will keep you on track, who will keep you focused, who will help you keep that perspective in mind so you can go off and achieve your long-term goals instead of letting yourself down. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy, but before that, question of the day, I want to know what's the most important thing that you do to take care of your mind and body. Let me know, put in the comments below.
I think life is a journey. You come to this world is to enjoy the life, to be happy and healthy. So the day when you leave the world and you say, I'm happy in my life, I'm healthy in this life, because if you're not healthy, you will never be happy. So I believe happy and healthy are the things the human being always looking for. And I think next to 30 years, because of the technology, the life science is going to change a lot. And people is going to live longer. But we can live longer does not necessarily live healthier. So if you're not healthy, how can you be happy? If you live longer, if you're not happy, why you live there?
I don't drink, and it's very easy for me not to drink. I tell people, what are you drinking for? What are you drinking for? And they don't even understand what I'm saying.
So
because
how did you, it's amazing when people see you, they can't imagine. No alcohol.
Oh, would I be in trouble if I was a drinker? With my life?
No smoking.
Yeah, no smoking. Well, I had a brother.
No drugs.
I had a brother, Fred, who was sadly an alcoholic, a serious alcoholic, and he was the best-looking guy you've ever seen.
And he was much older than you.
He was much older. He was 10 years older than me, 11 years older than me, and he was as good-looking a guy as you've ever seen. He had everything going. The best personality. I have like a bad personality compared to Fred, but he started drinking, and he also smoked a lot. But he started drinking, and I think it started in college, frankly, but it got progressively worse. And he was really unable to stop. And he'd always tell me, don't you ever drink. So he was much older than me, and it really has an impact, you know, when you have that kind of an age difference. But he'd point, don't you ever drink and don't you ever smoke. He'd add the smoking in because he smoked and he drank. And it hugely affected his health and hugely affected even his look and his, you know, the whole bearing. And every time he'd see me, he'd say, don't you ever drink and don't you. So I never drank. I mean, I really, when you talk about my father, I learned a lot from my father, but I learned a lot from my brother Fred. And he set an example. It wasn't maybe the example that people would think, but it really was, in its own way, an example.
If you want more Warren Buffett, check out the top 10 rules video I made on him. The link is right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Defining your circle of competence is the most important aspect of investing.